this time from the 3 3/4 Green Lantern movie figures, we'll be taking a look at Kilowog. I wasn't sold on Kilowog at first, but when I noticed that this was the only Kilowog figure left at the particular Toys R Us store that I was in, I figured I had to pick him up, or I would probably regret it later on. So, taking a look at the back of the card here, you can see a little write-up all about Kilowog. You can see some nice art from the movie of the character, and a little bit of information on Kilowog here. His sector and homeworld. And curiously enough, no information on the the other figures in the line, but it plugs this adapter that he comes with. And so let's move on to that. And here it is. Looks kind of like just a chunk of green energy, molded from a nice clear translucent green plastic, and it's got this really weird shape on the front of it. What this allows you to do is that because Kilowog's hand and well, the figure itself is so much larger than the other figures in his wave, his hands will not fit into the other constructs that come with the figures. For instance, let's take the Hal Jordan Green Lantern construct that he came with, and see how small that hole is, and there's no way that his fist is going to be fitting in there. So they've wisely included an adapter that you can just plug any of the other constructs onto, and then put that into his hand. And there you go, he can wield any of the constructs that come with the other figures. And pretty cool. What's also cool is that I've heard that this adapter can be, there's several different shapes there. As you know, it gets smaller as it goes in, so you can actually use it for other figures. So let's try the first edition of the DC Universe Classics Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and let him try it on. Now, yeah, it does kind of work. You know, it fits on there, but the weight of it really pulls down his arm, and you can't really support the weight of it, unfortunately. So let's try the movie Masters version of Green Lantern, and let's see if he can. Yeah, that kind of slips off, but I think that he's got a fist small enough that kind of force it in there, the small one. And yeah, that kind of works. Again, it's a little bit too heavy. One more test of this. We'll get the DC Direct Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, and look at that. It actually works pretty well. So, um, if you want to, he's not going to stand up with it anytime soon because again the weight is an issue. But maybe if you have a stand with him, or lean him in just the right pose on, lean him back on something. Um, yeah, it'll work. And so I think we've had enough fun trying this out on different Green Lantern figures. So we're gonna get back to the Kilowog figure. Whoops, almost forgot. He comes with the same ring. All those figures come with the ring. Um, I would have maybe, speaking as a collector, I would have liked to maybe have a base instead of a ring, or maybe something that a ring that doubled as a base, or somehow. Um, I don't know, but I could do without the ring. But it's great for kids, you know. Um, it's made to fit kids. The ring will fit onto kids' fingers. It'll only fit on my pinky, and then not even all the way. But so it's definitely meant for kids. But taking a look at Kilowog himself, he is a great sculpt, I think. Nice details on all of these figures. Um, that's one thing I do like about them, is that they're very detailed. Look at that face. Um, very nice. Uh, Pretty good paint application there. Maybe a bit too scarce on the top of the head compared to the face there, but overall, pretty good. And again, if you saw my Hal Jordan uh, review, you'll notice that I don't think of these things. They're really not meant for collectors. They're meant for kids, and so I think these are pretty bad collector items, but very good toys. I think that the lack of articulation doesn't necessarily hurt it as a good toy. I can imagine a kid really wanting to, mix it up with their figures, and a kid wouldn't be too concerned with, well, can I get him into a really dynamic pose and, that will look good and cool, whereas they just want to have him fly around and smack people around. So I think from that perspective, they're pretty good. From what articulation he has, it's all right. Is not like Marvel Universe, again, which is a collector's line, not for kids. So he does have a head that goes side to side because he has no neck. His arms do go all the way around and out to the side and in. His waist turns and his legs go forward, and that's it. Now, he's good. He's a good toy. I think a couple of things would have made him a really great kid's toy. If they maybe gave him a joint at the knees here, a swivel at the wrist. But I understand why they kept this arm as one piece, because they want kids to be able to put the constructs on there and not have to worry about breaking or bending the figures. And so when they're playing with the constructs, they're able to hold them and smack people around and I I think that that really works for a kid. When I suggest you go and collect these, maybe not. But if you have a kid that you know is going to be into the Green Lantern movie, I would say definitely go out and buy these toys for them. And if you're into getting constructs, maybe for your other toys, that you collect, Kilowog is a must because of the adapter here. And also, I would suggest if you get Kilowog, get at least another figure, because having just the adapter here, kind of boring. It's without a construct here, it just looks like a big glob of green energy, and it's not too it's okay, but not too exciting. Again, seems to me like great kids toy, not so much for a collector. But if you want to collect these movie characters, they're pretty, they're all right. And I tell you, $8 is a hell of a lot better than paying 15 to 20 for the Movie Masters, which from what I've seen so far are not as good as the Dark Knight Movie Masters. Anyway, so that's my review, and keep watching. You might see some more Green Lantern stuff, but definitely some more DC Direct and Marvel Universe / Marvel Legends figures. So until my next video, see ya.